Hi YouTube! Welcome back to my channel. Today I have a special guest, which is my husband with me, and he's going to be rating some of the things that I've either put on my luxury list that he hasn't seen yet, or that I'm wanting to put on my luxury list. And so I'm getting his honest opinions. I make videos usually twice a week talking about all things luxury. Sometimes I get a little chatty, sometimes I get a little sassy. Today he's probably going to be getting a little bit sassy. And if you enjoy those type of videos, make sure to subscribe, and I would love it if you guys would comment about if you agree or disagree with some of my husband's opinions. So with that, let's get into it. Okay, so the first piece is going to be ready to wear from Fendi, and it is the girls size version of their FF motif sweater, and I really like the pink that's on it. I'm assuming that a girl's 14 will fit me because I can still fit in children's clothing because I'm that tiny, but I want to know what you think about it.
It looks nice, and the pink isn't nutty. It's almost fuchsia. It's not, well, it's a good pink. It's not too purple.
What do you think about it price-wise for ready-to-wear? Because it's $713. The adult version is like $1,100.
How much time do we have? You've set aside a separate budget for this. If it's what you want to get and you want to spend that budget, that money that you've budgeted away for this, that's your business.
So you like the sweater, you don't like how much it costs?
I'd like to see it on you.
Okay. All right, so second piece, also ready to wear, also from Fendi, is the denim dress that they have in their new collection.
Ha! No.
Is it just the price or is it the dress itself?
Well, I saw the price first. I was like, that's not so, that's awful. I was like, you know, 950, oh, you know, 1950. Okay, but then I look at the dress and it's just denim and it's not even,
well,
it's not even
this is a belt part and it comes off and you can put it on other things.
Yeah, I see that and that's pretty cool, but like that doesn't make the dress because the dress is regular cardstock denim. There's no selvage. I don't see anything. You're talking to the denim man, and this isn't good denim.
My husband loves raw denim.
I mean, love's a strong word. I just think it's the correct denim.
He loves raw denim. Okay, so you don't like the Fendi dress?
Not at all.
Okay. Okay, so then let's talk shoes. So this one,
shoes.
So this one I probably wouldn't actually get, but I want to know what you think about it. So do you remember the shoes that I tried on in Valentino in Hawaii that had the really, really high platform? Okay.
No. Maybe.
You liked them at the time.
They're great.
Okay, these are a gold sandal version.
Oh, those. Yeah, I didn't like those.
Oh, you didn't like these?
No, I didn't like those.
Okay, so he just lied because he was being polite around the sales associates.
Yeah, that was probably... Hey, I wouldn't say that's a strong word. But, nah, they just look sort of chunky. Like they would... they look like clubs.
Okay.
Like clubs.
So these are a thumbs down. Don't put these on the list.
Don't do that, no.
Next, more of a classic shoe. This is a black, this is the Aquazzura, and it's their bow tie heel. So it has like a little bow tie on the back of the heel.
It could look nice. I'd like to see it on you first. The height is what's odd to me.
Well, this is an 85. They also have it in 105, which is what you're used to seeing me in.
Okay, yeah. The height's what's sort of throwing me off. Probably fine, but I'd be interested to see.
Okay.
The toe's pretty long as well. You don't have anything that long-toed that I know of. Because the sole here is long. That's interesting. So.
Okay, so this is a possibility.
Sure, I mean, it's like the sweater.
You don't hate this one.
Yeah.
Okay, so next, bags. So this one's going to be kind of out there.
Oh.
This is the Cara Crystal shoulder bag.
Oh, it's a Walmart bag. This is the bag that you take. Yeah, so this is the bag you take to concerts, and you're like, it's a clear bag, right?
Well, it's not clear, like...
Oh, it's
covered in
sequined.
crystals, yeah.
I was wrong. Forgive me. That looks like something from TJ Maxx, and not in a good way. Not like, ooh, it's a steal, it's a TJ Maxx.
So if this were like a $10 bag, you'd think it was kind of fun, but you don't like it.
No, even if it was $10, I'd be like, that looks like it's $10. Why would you buy that?
Okay, well, this is a $350 bag.
Oh, I was going to say, you'd be better off spending the $10 on a lottery ticket. Like.
Okay, so you don't like this bag.
It looks like a wet sock with mirror-y things on it. What do you want me to say? Look at it. Look at that. What to that doesn't say sock? It looks like a tube sock without an end, and then they're like, "That's the handle."
Well, we do like this is in style right now.
Yeah, you know what was in style in the 70s and 80s? Have you seen, photos?
Okay, let's show you another bag that you might like. All right, so this one I wouldn't actually get because it's in mink, so it's really expensive.
Yeah.
But I want to see what you think of it. So this is the Fendi baguette.
Oh, I like that.
In mink. Okay, so you like this one.
That's way too expensive, but I like that. Yeah, well, you know what I was saying about the 70s and 80s? The funny thing is that I love them, and this reminds me of some of the carpets in the entertainment pits. Yeah.
So this, I think, is actually like a re-edition of a previous one that they had done.
I can believe it. I actually really like that. It also looks cozy and fall-y. Now, you might be falling into the it's fall, everything fall is amazing, sort of fever. But
I like it.
That's fine.
And fall comes around every year.
It does, yeah. And earth tones never really go out of style, so.
Okay, so then...
Take that to the bank.
So then... Another version, there are two colors in this. This is suede with shearling trim. And there's the gray or the light pink.
I don't like this one as much.
Okay.
The light pink, lesser so than the gray. And even the gray, it's like, the shearling is fine, and the leather seems fine. The border I don't like. The stitching doesn't look very nice. Not a fan. It would be better if the border just wasn't there, if it were just smooth-sided. And the shearling is cool, but I just think the clash of textures is kind of odd.
Oh, you see, I liked the clash of textures.
I don't, because you could clash textures a lot harder or a lot softer and come out better. That's like that middle of like, we don't want to do it too hard, not too soft, so we're going to do it medium, right, where no one likes it.
Well, if anyone from Fendi's listening, my husband thinks that you need to go harder on your suede bag.
Or much softer.
We've gone through bags now. And the only one that you liked was the really expensive one. All right, so now let's talk about accessories. All right, so first up, now this is like, my Hermes Twilly. This is like if the Twilly were long instead of being shorter. From the new Valentino from their pink collection.
Too pink.
You think it's too pink?
Too pink.
That's sort of the whole point, is that it's really pink.
I can understand that, and I can understand they're making a point in the general stylistic statement, but for personal use, I think that's too pink. But you know what that is just a really expensive version of? Just a ribbon. And I know this is all like, oh, husband thinks expensive stuff is expensive and poo-poos it. But like really, that's like a pretty common shade of pink. And if they're like, no, it's shade away from the fuchsia. Like there's really nothing about that that's like I'm special besides Valentino. And like and I get that a lot of times, and that's perfectly fine. There's plenty of instances where that's just fine. But that's just a pink ribbon. That one really is just a pink ribbon.
Okay. All right. So other scarf is from Givenchy, and this is it sort of shown as a scarf. This is the full length pattern of it.
So I've always said Givenchy. It's sort of like, back to Valentino, it's sort of like whenever I discovered that scarf that I wear from my grandmother was Valentino, and you were like, yeah, that's a really, really expensive scarf, and I've been wearing it as my beater scarf, and not the scarf that she, crocheted me.
He didn't know what Valentino was.
No, I didn't. I just thought it was from, TJ Maxx or something. Yeah, that sort of reminds me of that scarf, just because it's it's nice and functional looking, normal, regular colors. I like it.
Okay, so you like this scarf.
It's also
it's on clearance.
$800.
It's a regular $800 scarf.
Oh,
it's on clearance for $262. Next, hats, because you know that I like my ball caps.
You do like ball caps, yeah.
Okay, first up is from Fendi, and this is their FF. You don't like it?
I don't like it.
Do you not like the pattern, or do you not like the color?
Do not like the pattern. Hate it. Sorry, Fendi. Your stuff's usually nice, and I'm usually like, oh yeah, Fendi, sweet. But this pattern's just too much, and you're talking about a round cap. Fendi's pattern is very geometric, very hard-sided, right angles, and they use negative space. And so you've got all curves. Curve around the dome, curve around the bill. I get it, and you're sort of contrasting shapes there, but I think not in a good way. It doesn't look particularly planned out, other than like we just covered it with our motif. Okay,
so now the other hat, and there are two colors, and I like both colors, is from Celine, and it's in corduroy.
Yeah.
And so there's sort of like this rusty color in it.
I do like corduroy, and I also like I like what corduroy does to an overall look, if you will. Though I like the blush much better than the navy.
Okay.
The navy looks like a baseball cap, and when I say baseball cap, I mean a baseball team, where the blush is more interesting. And plus it also shows the corduroy pattern better, because with the navy, the light will sink into it.
Okay.
With the blush corduroy, you'll actually see it. that it's, oh, like, that's corduroy, you know, from 10
I was leaning towards blush, so I like that you like the blush one.
Yeah.
Okay, so next, homeware, and I have 2 things for this, and then that's it.
Oh, no.
So first up is Tiffany bone china cups.
It doesn't say.
They are $170.
These look
for
like
the pair.
These look like the cheap coffee cups.
Yeah, that's what they're made to look like, but they're bone china.
That's awful.
You don't like this?
No. And you wouldn't use them even if you were given them.
Well, probably if I were given them, I'd use them.
All I can see is lipstick all over them.
Okay, that's true.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
They don't. The color isn't even good. I don't even like that. That didn't look good. I don't like that.
He doesn't like Tiffany blue.
It's fine. Tiffany blue's great. I'm like, oh, Tiffany, yeah. But
okay, so
none of those cups.
Then the last thing, and I would really love this for my office when we move. This is the Avalon 3 blanket, and there are 2 colors that I would consider. So there's this one.
We saw this material, didn't we?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. We did. So there's this colorway.
It was nice.
And then so that's sort of like what it looks like on a couch. And then there's also this red and tan and cream colorway.
I much prefer the red tan cream because the previous, I believe we saw the same set of color.
Yeah.
And it just had like just enough dusty brown in it that it was off-putting to me.
Oh, okay.
It was like it had been dirty and had been washed, and that would be fine if that were true. But it was like the whole bolt was that way.
Okay.
Whereas you're talking about this red.
You like the stronger. Brown.
Yeah, it sort of almost has the same thing going on, just like to a much lesser degree, but it's a much more bold color. And remember, they're an equestrian brand, so that sort of looks a little bit more like a really, really, really nice horse blanket to me, and that's cool.
Yeah.
So
I can see that.
Yeah, that just looks much more like a regular, nice horse blanket.
So you'd prefer having this one in our home in my office?
Yeah, it's whatever you want, baby. Whatever you want.
Music to the sales associates' ears.
Yeah, I end up saying that a lot.
Okay. Well, that's it. So we had some hits. We had quite a few misses. Mostly at Fendi's expense. But that is what my husband thinks of some of the items going on my luxury list. I would love to hear from you down below if you agree with his opinions or if you disagree with his opinions. And if you happen to have a partner who's not into luxury things, if they agree with his opinions. So with that, I hope you have a great rest of your day, YouTube. Bye!